The alarm clock chirps its cicada song, rousing you from your peaceful repose once more. The start of another day. Slamming the snooze button, you roll over, back into the warm embrace of your bed. The world fades out around you. Nothing is wrong. All is quiet. You're going to be extremely late for work. Crawling out of bed, you swing open the closet. An excellent choice. Clad in your suit of armor, you're ready for the challenges of the day. At least you will be once you've had your morning coffee. Your efficient and functional kitchen greets you with the usual cold detachment. Any good agent's day begins with a single slice of plain toast and a rich cup of instant coffee. You prime the toaster with a slice of enriched white bread before stirring 1 scoop of instant coffee into a mug of tap water. Placing the mug into the microwave, you heat the coffee for 60 seconds. You down the brown liquid in a few determined gulps, then, with satchel in hand and toast in mouth, you head out for the day. Setting out as you do every day at a full dead sprint, you move with purpose and determination towards the department. Rounding the corner with reckless abandon, you slam headlong into your neighbor, who you've successfully bowled over. Again. Tyson lives next door and works as a zookeeper. Or is he the head of a youth choir? Or maybe a cartographer? He certainly loves to gab, but you don't have time for his idle musings right now. Back to the road. A flock of agents mill about the promenade, sprawling before the imposing facade of the Department of Monstrous Anomalies. Agent D cuts a striking figure amidst a sea of bookish suits shuffling their way to work. His veneer of confidence, however, is paper thin, and you have places to be. The main security interlock of the DOMA office and the gateway to adventure awaits your entry. Incredible how a simple assortment of pneumatics, solenoids, and bimetallics can contain such an overwhelming, rapturous amount of science and wonder. Scans of your biometrics, psychometrics, etherometrics, vanity metrics, and KPIs are recorded upon entry. The analysis floor at the department is bustling with activity as agents throw themselves at another exciting day of observation. Busily Analyzing and cataloging anomalies from around the globe, agents dot the floor. It's just a donut. This hotly debated topic and Agent Chill's attempt to incite humor this early in the morning fail to connect in your mind. With a grimace, you continue on with your morning. Most agents are at least bustling with activity. The team huddled around a stack of archive boxes is debating the plausibility of certain model assumptions. The audience stands in rapt attention.
Door duty.
A senior observer osmoses their way through the crowd, diffusing the nascent fervor.
Umbrella bingo.
You decide to continue on before someone phases themselves out of a job. You plop down at your terminal ready to begin a riveting day of analysis. The morning passes in a blink as you click through audio readings. Chorus analysis can be very relaxing, as the random sounds running through your radio stereograph almost seem rhythmic, musical even. Alas, one agent can hardly crack this decades-long mystery on their own, so soldier on and analyze like you've never analyzed before. Instruments humming with the anticipation of yet unknown discovery set the tempo of your day. Today's harmonies embrace your senses in an all too familiar way. They bring the all too familiar cadence grips you with a sense of nostalgia, even deja vu. What is that song? Hours pass as you get lost in the melodies, enriched, fulfilled. Up like a shot, you head out for your midday bowl of caloric supplements. The agency floor is largely vacant, as the more punctual agents have made a break for the elevators. Several anomalous materials have been left unattended at workstations and testing benches. Perhaps the pep in your step is coloring your vision. Perhaps you're experiencing a bout of apophenia, and these seemingly unrelated specimens appear connected to your rhythmically firing neurons. Perhaps you're just hungry. Or late, and the elevators are crowded. A large group of agents is ahead of you, waiting to head down to the canteen. hunger is getting the better of you. As you desperately consider going back to eat MA554 or continuing to wait, you spot something on the periphery of your vision. The chatter of your fellow agents fades away as you look at the solitary door. Why was no one taking this elevator? Returning to the crowded elevators, you choose to wait patiently for your turn. You reach the canteen just in time to enjoy a pleasant fish paste extrusion for lunch. Stepping into the isolated elevator, you're greeted with an oppressive atmosphere. You stand in a fugue state for what feels like hours before snapping back to attention, realizing that you haven't pushed a button yet. With only one choice before you to press the solitary control mechanism. The elevator shudders violently, while somehow not giving the impression of vertical motion. A sudden realization strikes. The door unceremoniously opens. Stepping out of the elevator, the door closes, and you quickly notice that there are no buttons to call it back. Wherever you are, you're stuck here. While on the surface, this floor appears to mirror the analyst level you work on every day, something is clearly, eerily different. The atmosphere is suffocating, and a low hum permeates the air. You can hear music reverberating in the distance. Long-abandoned workstations line the aisles. Research reports, catalog files, and ransacked containment vessels are scattered among the cubicles. A rhythmic pulse becomes apparent as you make your way through the floor. As you sift through the piles of detritus, your hand grazes against something cool. A snowball rests on the office floor in defiance of the laws of thermodynamics. A wave of childlike wonder grips you as you attempt to pick up the orb. This proves to be a monumental task, as the object refuses to budge, though while you can't lift it, it does appear that you can push it. The ball rolls with remarkable ease, absorbing everything in its path. It rapidly multiplies in size until coming to a halt once more. A flash of motion catches your eye as you turn just in time to duck out of the path of a fast-moving object. A rogue barrel rockets past, performing laps around a group of cubicles with alarming speed. Had you somehow entered its flight path without noticing it before? Was it aiming for you? Dilapidated storage cabinets and racks span the wall before you. Several containers appear to have been left carelessly opened. Or rather, a number of racks appear to have been breached from the inside. Chittering and scraping can be heard, but barely due to the incessant thumping coming from the containment hall. This disgraceful display has stirred something within you. Approaching the megalithic wall of cabinetry, you roll up your sleeves and get to work. As if driven by compulsion, you methodically shutter every drawer and latch every door left ajar. Slightly out of reach, a cubby rustles audibly. Perhaps an anomaly left unrestrained remains inside. Climbing up on a ladder, you reach as far as you can. While unable to see inside, you deftly reach your hand in. Slowly, carefully, your hand dances past paper reports, acrylic enclosures, soft surfaces. Something gently caresses your hand, causing you to grip whatever you're resting on and withdraw from the cubby immediately. The words escape your mouth like a reflex. You stuff the object back into the cubby, sealing its enclosure and preventing further egress. It's time to move on. Reports ejected from the wall of cabinets lie strewn across the office. What a mess. The can-do attitude of a committed agent is a hallmark of the department. How this place reached such a state of disarray is the real mystery here. You get to work stacking, arranging, and most of all, avoiding direct eye contact with redacted material, just like you were trained to do. Out of nowhere, a pile of refuse collapses, and a ladder once propped up tumbles in your direction, whipping across the floor. With cat-like reflexes, you jump, though slightly too late. The edge of the ladder clips your foot, sending you into a tumble. On its passing, you feel a mild zap, almost reminiscent of a light static shock. An armature rotates slowly in the corner of the office space, though you can't quite make out the details. A large orb the size of a small orb rolls across the floor, knocking into the recently fallen ladder. The long hallway filled with containment cells stretches on for as long as you can see. Most of the containment units are securely locked and powered down. However, a conspicuous number of active locked rooms and a few open doors catch your attention. Containment cell 3 is producing audible interference even at a distance, though it remains locked. Anomaly storage chamber M8. Its door swung wide, exposing its contents to the world. Approaching Anomaly storage chamber M8. The room is in disarray, with the solitary exception of a vibrant blue bottle sitting on a raised dais. Labeled MA0997, the bottle and its designation are unfamiliar to you, but its appeal is undeniable. You chug the bottle of water in one go. This is quite possibly the most refreshing water you've ever consumed. Glacial is how you would describe it, if you were pedestrian. When people describe the raw, primordial crispness of an isolated mountain spring, you can only imagine how those experiences pale in comparison to what you are being gifted this day. An indecipherable mass of hair and sound has materialized behind you, exclaiming in your general direction. Is it trying to communicate? Words begin to flow naturally. We are one. You wake up on the floor, alone. Climbing to your feet, a phrase resonates in your mind over and over. You would be hearing nothing else if not for the growing drone coming from the containment corridor. A savvy agent knows better than to carelessly handle toroidal anomalies. You leave the water behind and continue to explore the floor. A familiar tune enters your head. With each rhythmic step, your mind slowly returns to that calm, comfortable place. Cabinet, workstation, containment cell. Cabinets, workstations, and containment cells. That's you, Agent. You continue to wander the halls without aim for what feels like an eternity. Instruments humming with the anticipation of yet unknown discovery set the tempo of your day. Today's harmonies embrace your senses in an all too familiar way. Containment room MA3 is locked. As you approach the room, an aggressive drone grows louder and louder. A keypad on the doorway is smeared with blue liquid, patiently awaiting your input. Of course, only one thing comes to mind. The door unlatches and with a heavy groan swings open. Entering the test chamber, an anomaly, the source of the interference, sits at the center. The terminal hums to life, displaying an all too familiar interface. Lost in the endless rolling fields, the azure sky, and the low roar of the terminal, several icons are haphazardly placed on the desktop. Contrary to your training, you decide to indulge in a bit of browsing. As icons dance across the screen, you play a game of cat and mouse. Your cursor, finally finding its quarry, lands a decisive click on a wayward icon. The program executes. A text prompt and an error vacillate on the screen. Non-sinusoidal waveforms thump and plump into the depths of your soul. The digital world washes over you and embraces you.